Alright, hey guys, so in this new unit we are going to talk about inequalities. So we are going to jump right in. Our I can statement is I can write and graph inequalities. Okay, so this lesson should be a review from last year, so we'll move pretty quickly. If not, remember you can always pause and rewatch certain parts of the video as needed. What is an inequality? An inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions. Okay, so it contains symbols like the following. To write an inequality, look for the following phrases to determine where to place the inequality symbol. So this table is going to be one of your good friends for the next couple of lessons, especially as until you are able to memorize all of these phrases. So we're going to fill out this table. I would definitely write this down somewhere in your notes and use this so that you can refer to this whenever you need. So some key phrases for this symbol right here is less than. So anytime you see less than, you are going to use that symbol. Is fewer than is another one. Moving on to the next one is greater than. Is also more than. Okay, moving on, we have less than or equal to. Is at most. Is no more than. And then that last table right here is going to be is greater than or equal to. Is at least. Is no less than. Okay, so I know I moved pretty quickly with that, so that's why ed puzzles are really nice, because you could always pause the video, rewatch it, or whatever you need. So I would definitely refer to this a lot until you have all of these memorized. The hardest ones I feel like are going to be these four right here, because it seems like the opposite. There's the word here is at most, but it's less than or equal to. More, less than or equal to. Less, greater than or equal to. Less, least, and then less, greater than or equal to. So for those four, I would think of the opposite, right? So just be careful when you're dealing with inequalities to have these phrases memorized. I would even, if you want to make flashcards, you could do that, make Quizlets. I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult to make for these problems. So let's do an example one together. The number W minus 3.5 is less than or equal to negative 2. Write this sentence as an inequality. So, W minus 3.5. I'm translating it. Less than or equal to, looking at my chart, it looks like this symbol right here. So I'm going to use that, negative 2. That's all you have to do. So why don't you do 1 and 2 on your own. Okay, moving on. The next example we'll cover is a solution of an inequality is a value that makes the inequality true. An inequality can have more than one solution. The set of all solutions of an inequality is called a solution set. So for example, I have the value of x, there is my inequality in the middle, and I'm trying to figure out, is my inequality true? So let's make negative 8. Let's choose that value. If I plug it in, so this is what we call plug and chug. You plug in negative 5, right? You simplify negative 3. Is that greater than or equal to negative 2? Nope. All right, now let's choose negative 7. Plug and chug. Again, negative 2 is greater than or equal to negative 2. Is this true? Yes, it is. And let's just double check our work, make sure everything is good. Try negative 6. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. That is greater than or equal to negative 2. So that works too. Okay, so that's all you have to do. This is like plug and chug. So let's do 2 examples together. Tell whether negative 4 is a solution of each inequality. So I plug in negative 4 in for my variable. And I simplify. Negative 4 plus 8 is 4. Is less than negative 3. Is this true? No. Same thing with letter B. Negative 4.5x. So let's plug in what? Negative, is it 4? Negative 4. So negative 4.5 multiplied by negative 4 is greater than negative 21. Negative 4.5, oh, I could just do 4.5 times 4. 18, one decimal place of 18 is greater than negative 21. Yes, it is true. Okay, so now on your own, why don't you try 3, 4, and 5. Tell whether negative 6 is a solution of each inequality. All right, last example is we're going to talk about graphing. So the graph of an inequality shows all of the solutions of the inequality on a number line. An open circle like this, watch this perfect circle, ooh, perfect, is used when a number is not a solution. Okay. So for example, an open circle would be symbols like this, like less than or greater than or less than. A closed circle like this is used when a number is a solution. So this would be like less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. An arrow to the left or right shows that the graph continues in that direction. But before we even graph it, you always have to make sure your variable is on the left side. So for example, you notice, well, let's do this first. Notice how my variable is on the left, so everything is good. So I would put negative 3 in the middle, and then just put 2 points above and 2 points below. It doesn't matter like what your increments are, as long as you stay consistent. So if you want to go up by 3s, that's fine. If you want to go up by 10s, that's okay too, as long as it's consistent all the way through. 2 below and 2 above. So in this problem, it's going to be a closed circle because it has a line underneath at negative 3. So closed circle. And you notice how, take a look at my arrow right here. Right, it's pointing to the left. So that means it's going to the left side. Okay. So what I said earlier about your variable having to be on the left side. So for example, if I had negative 3 is greater than or equal to y, notice how my variable is on the right side. I cannot have this. I need to make sure my variable is on the left side. So how would I do this? Well, you flip everything. If you want my variable on the left, this symbol right here changes from greater than or equal to or to less than or equal to. Notice the change, the negative 3 stays the same. So you need to flip it and make sure your variables is on the left side of your inequality. Okay. So why don't you try 6, 7, 8, 9 on your own, graph it, and then fill out how you feel after today's lesson. If you have any questions, remember you could always contact me on Remind, or we'll go over it tomorrow. We will go over it tomorrow as a class. Have a terrific day. See you guys later. Bye all.